Hello everyone, AM Harbinger here, and I couldn't live stream the EA Play event, so let's get to it and see what EA has in store for us for the upcoming year. Guaranteed it's going to be a new sports title, maybe something on Apex Legends, definitely Star Wars Squadrons, and I hope, and I really hope, it's something about the future of BioWare, because right now that studio, with Anthem being the disaster that it is, really needs something to have fans enticed about the future of the studio. So let's get started. That looks like a Google Stadia opening. Like, it definitely looks like a Google Stadia opening.
Hello and welcome everyone to EA Play 2020. We're happy that you're joining us today. Over the next 45 minutes or so, we've got so much for you, including creative, innovative, and really fun new games, and a lot of news to share.
Like new
Before we get into
microtransactions.
the show, I'd like to take just a minute here. I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to first responders, medical staff, and essential personnel. This has certainly been a challenging year. From natural disasters like the bushfires in my home country to the devastating COVID-19 pandemic, these brave heroes are working to keep us safe and healthy at every turn. I also want to thank our teams for their amazing dedication while working from home. What you've been able to achieve is nothing short of inspirational. We are also deeply thankful to all of you, our players. Even when we've had to stay physically apart, billions of you are using games to come together, to play, and do amazing things for each other. You've shown why this is truly the greatest form of entertainment on the planet. This is also a critical time for the movement to end racism and racial injustice in this world. Black lives matter, and there is much to be done to drive real and meaningful change. A couple of weeks ago, we shared some actions that Electronic Arts is taking. We will not rest on this. It's a long-term commitment. We're here for players of every color, background, religion, and personal preference. We will continue to build strong representation in our games, and we are focused on making our communities fun, inclusive, and positive places to play. We also have real work to do to bring greater diversity into our company, and we are committed to doing that work. Today, we're here because of the power of games. Games bring us together. They can make our lives better, they can teach us, they can provide escape and self-expression. And most of all, games can be fun. All of us at Electronic Arts believe in that, and it's why we're excited to get up every morning to make great experiences for all of you. So thanks for being here with us. And now, let's get into some games.
Alright, let's see what they're opening the presentation
What's
with.
up, everybody? I'm Greg Miller, and welcome to EA Play. We had an incredible show in LA planned for you. Huge stage, massive setup, these giant monitors. I was gonna fly in on an X-Wing. I was gonna land the X-Wing on stage. I was gonna set off a bunch of fireworks. Then what? T-shirt cannon, bam, shooting out game consoles. Then Carol Baskin, some tigers. That last part was all me. Then, because of circumstances beyond our control, we had to come up with something a little different. Instead of LA, I'm in my hometown of San Francisco, but we still have the Tigers. What's that, James? No Tigers. So you lied. Oh, all right. I'm being told there are no Tigers, but whatever. We're still gonna bring you the EA Play you
I mean,
know
I
and
love Greg Miller.
Huge
He's a really
surprises,
great guy,
big
but
announcements, incredible reveals,
come on.
and never before seen gameplay.
I feel like those types of jokes have played out, but that's just me. It's not my type of humor.
World premiere trailers of new titles, some old favorites making a comeback, a look at a new way Star Wars fans can live out their greatest fantasies this year, plus a sneak peek at the future. Oh, and pay close attention because today you could win one of thousands of Steam codes for more than a dozen great EA games on Steam. Throughout the show, keep an eye out for discreetly placed golden letters. Write them down as they appear, and at the end of the show, we'll tell you where you can enter that secret code for a chance to win free games on Steam. So don't go anywhere. Who am I kidding? None of us can leave our houses. But enough talking. Let's see some games. Up first, we're headed to the Outlands. That's right. It's
Apex Legends
time.
They just started the new season, so let's see what they're adding to the game.
You should smile more. Hey Apex fans, the battle just keeps getting bigger. Thanks to you, Apex Legends is coming off its most successful, most epic season yet, and we're just getting started. Season 4 saw more of you jumping into the fight than ever before, and you've kept that amazing momentum going forward, making Season 5 the biggest and best start to a season ever.
Took out an enemy. Hold on to your holograms.
I remember seeing this trailer a long time
You've been
ago.
enjoying Season 5, Fortune's Favor, which has seen the introduction of our latest legend, Loba, a major map change to Kings Canyon, rest in peace, Skulltown, an all-new ranked series, and a ton of quality of life updates. But it's about to get even better. Today, I'm here to tell you about what's coming next to Season 5 with our latest collection event, Lost Treasures. Take a look.
I might bury you here. No one will ever know. You'll just be gone.
I like how he's smiling as he broke his neck.
Adventurers,
It's just like Mirage, happy even till death.
explorers, they risk everything in search of fame, fortune, and answers. Few find what they're looking for. But if they survive, they might walk away with lost treasures.
I'll high-five you all when I see you.
So this is launching in order to compete with Fortnite's latest season, which just launched Chapter 3 of Season 3 of Chapter 2.
Check yourself or wreck yourself.
Hey, thanks. I owe you one.
Okay, that's a really good tactic for the medic.
Guns? Who needs guns? I don't need guns.
That guy sucks
I
at
know
shooting.
what I'm
He
looking
literally
for.
just charged right in front of him with a
won't walk
trophy.
away without it. 너를 찾을 거야.
I know it's pre-rendered cutscenes and all that, so I don't need people in the comments to tell me that as well. I mean, I guess it's probably going to add some limited time mode and new cosmetics.
He's watching you.
Lots of gold.
As you just saw, the Lost Treasures collection event brings with it a ton of great content, including a new limited time mode, Armed and Dangerous Evolved. It's the return of a fan favorite, snipers and shotties only, but with a twist.
Sending out my decoy.
All armor is Evo armor, and we're removing all of the respawn beacons across the entire map.
Oh, that is a big twist. No more respawn beacons.
Don't worry though, you'll still be able to bring back your teammates with the help of a new item, the mobile respawn beacon. You'll have one of these in your inventory at the start of each match, giving you the power to choose when, and more importantly, where you bring your teammates back into the battle.
I guarantee someone's going to find a way to
Lost Treasures
troll their
also
allies with that
introduces
thing.
a new town takeover, Crypto's Map Room, which gives players a closer look at what motivates this drone-wielding hacker. And of course, the Lost Treasures collection delivers a bunch of exclusive content you can earn by completing challenges, as well as all new event-exclusive cosmetic items and the introduction of your boy Mirage's heirloom, which is fittingly a trophy of himself.
Excited to see you all in the ring.
Looks like a wind-up
Don't worry,
toy to
there's
me.
plenty of me's to go around. Well,
And the best part is you don't have to wait that long. Lost Treasures drops on Tuesday, June 23rd. And that's not all, Apex fans. The battle is expanding. That's right, this fall we're bringing Apex Legends to Steam. And I know you're hoping, wondering, praying, so before you ask, yeah, crossplay is coming to Apex this fall.
Oh, wow.
It's been one of the biggest requests we get, and we're thrilled to finally deliver it to
You
our
know, it'd be
fans.
bigger if they launched it on Switch or
What
something.
am I forgetting? Oh yeah, one last thing. Let's make it official.
Oh, wow.
We're huge fans of Nintendo here at Respawn, and we are incredibly excited to be bringing Apex Legends to the Switch this fall.
Because Fortnite's on
and we'll
Switch.
share more details in the
And they're
months
probably
ahead.
going to bring this to mobile
so that means
eventually.
you'll be able to squad up no matter where you and your friends prefer to play.
But that is impressive.
Xbox, PlayStation,
But it's probably going to run in
Switch,
like 720p.
or on the PC via Origin and Steam. We're throwing out a lifeline and healing the divide between the platforms. On behalf of the entire Apex team, we want to
I
thank
mean, good
our
for them.
incredible
Crossplay,
community.
that's
Your
a good
passion
feature.
for the game is truly inspiring. We look forward to seeing you all in the arena. And don't forget, check out Lost Treasures on June 23rd.
woo! Oh man, that was amazing. I think I'm hyperbolating. I think I'm hypervent. I've had a really good time here.
I like to know that I'm not the only one who fumbles on his words. Mirage does it as well.
Sul, everyone. One thing I admire about Apex Legends is its commitment to having such a diverse range of characters. At The Sims, we've always believed representation and diversity in games is critically important, perhaps now more than ever. It's difficult to put into words just how meaningful it can be to see yourself reflected in the games you play. So, here to tell you in their own words are a few members of our Sims community.
I mean, I have a friend who plays The Sims extremely dedicated to the game, and he told me that it's extremely predatory game in terms of expansions and the amount of content you need to buy in order to keep up with the game.
Like the only place where I was open.
They get to see my personality first before seeing my disability, I guess you could say.
I found myself to be the only black child in my school. I was discriminated, I was bullied. My skin tone, my height, and my teeth.
First realized that I was trans, and I was like praying to God to undo it. I have this world where I can express myself and be myself.
Where I come from, who I am, the color of my skin, you know, who I'm attracted to, let any of that get in the way. It was no barriers.
No matter where I was or what I was going through, I had my safe place. This is plausible.
Okay, this is all great and all, but what does this have to do with the Sims video game?
But it gave me hope.
Like in terms of delivering content.
That I could build a life that looked like that.
The Sims is
like you can use the same argument for Animal Crossing or any social builder game. You can use that in any game, really. Like you can do this in Mass Effect and build your character as you wish, or Dragon Age.
I play to make a difference.
I play to feel good about myself.
I play to have confidence.
To have me time.
Fuel my creativity.
It's more than just a game. It's creating your life.
Okay. So please buy The Sims right now and support diversity. That's basically the message here. Ugh.
As you just saw, there are so many reasons why I am proud to be part of the Sims global community. We want the Sims to be a place of unity and hope, a place where you can be your authentic self and build your vision for our shared world, a place to imagine what's possible. To our Simmers, thank you for everything you've done.
Simmers, is that a thing?
Make your communities, virtual and real, a better place. Now, I know some of you tuned in hoping for some Sims news, and we'll have plenty to share as the summer goes on, but we do have one announcement for you.
Okay.
We'll be welcoming players on a whole new platform as The Sims 4 arrives on Steam today. Take a look.
So the biggest announcement for The Sims is that it's just going to be available on Steam now. That's not really an announcement. I mean, everyone knew this was coming. So to fill the gap in order to show the Sims fans that they have no content, they filled in an entire message that had, like, what? Why not show people what you have that you're working on? I don't know. As a Sims fan, let me know in the comments below. Would you prefer that if they shared new content that they're working on instead of, you know, we're being off? Like, this is a really long trailer just to showcase that it's on Steam. They could have literally just said The Sims on Steam right now. This is really just padding. And correct me if I'm wrong, but in order to play a lot of these features, you need to buy the expansions, right? Like, you can't just buy the default game. You need all those expansions in order to play that. I remember there's a controversial story about that pet expansion.
Hey everyone,
that you need to buy another expansion.
Team, and joining me today from our community team is Freeman.
Hey folks, yes, we're here to tell you that it's not just The Sims 4 arriving on Steam today. 5 more great EA games, including Titanfall 2, A Way Out, and Dead Space 3, are all playable right this
Dead
second.
Space 3, the game that EA killed and destroyed.
This fall. You can get all those great titles and a ton more with your membership.
You can also expect to see our new releases on Steam too. One of the first arrived just a short while ago with full mod support via Steamworks.
The critics love it, and we know you will too.
So this entire thing is just an This is just an advertisement for them releasing their games on Steam. Like, so far, Sims coming to Steam, Dead Space, the Titanfall, Command & Conquer. Like, this seems more like a Valve presentation than an EA presentation because they spend more time advertising their products on Steam than actual new content coming to their games. Like, the only new content they've released is that Apex Legends is getting a new expansion next week. Like, why? What?
Welcome back, Commander.
They gotta have something here. Like, literally
And
something,
Steam
anything.
Isn't the only platform getting some love. We'll be bringing games to more platforms than ever.
You can expect 7 new games coming to Switch in the next 12 months.
And by 7 new games,
Burnout Paradise coming tomorrow, and Apex Legends later this
basically all older
we're bringing
games that
crossplay
released
to
on
many of your
previous
favorite
platforms
games too,
to
starting
Switch,
with Need for
basically.
Speed Heat, and continuing with some new titles being revealed later in the show.
It's all about.
They're
giving
eventually
you
going to
the
bring
freedom
Dead Space
to play
3, the
what you
trilogy
want,
to
where you want, and
Nintendo
with who
Switch.
you want. It's about playing together.
Absolutely. Now, let's reveal some more games. Over to you, Greg.
Finally, something new.
Quick reminder to keep an eye out for those special golden letters hidden throughout the show. They could appear anywhere, and I mean anywhere, so keep your eyes open. Write the letters down as they appear, and once you've got the full code, you'll be able to enter for a chance to win one of more than a dozen great games on Steam. So stay tuned and find out where to enter the code at the end of the show. Now, if you follow my content at all, then you know there's nothing I love more than buffalo wings and discovering inventive new games. Well, I don't have any buffalo wings, but I do have something just as tasty. Over the past couple of years, EA has partnered with the amazing studios like Hazelight and Zoink to give us such creative titles as A Way Out and Faye. Here to explain how they do it are a few of the talented developers working on the next wave of EA originals.
Finally, some new games.
Sometimes you just have this great idea of a game, but it can be really hard to do it on your own.
We wanted space for our studio's creativity to flow free, so that we could try unconventional approaches to solving new ideas.
There are times where you've got to break past your own sort of mental blocks, even if that meant building a whole new kind of game engine.
We get to do the game we want to do. Nothing, and I mean nothing, comes into the game if
we all know him as the guy who said fuck the Oscars.
We can really push our ideas further and bigger than we first imagined.
Let's find that magic.
Unraveled, Sea of Solitude, A Way Out. I did like a Sea of Solitude. It was a good game. A little overpriced, but it was decent.
And now for a deeper dive into what these developers are working on, we turn our spotlight on 3 studios. Up first is Hazelight and their mild-mannered, quiet leader, Joseph Ferris.
Let's do it. Please welcome Joseph Ferris.
Oh, they're gonna show what he stated.
There are passionate people, there are crazy people, and there's me. Okay, can you swear here? Can you swear? Okay. The Oscars, you know? The Oscars! You! No apologies there. Yeah, I know I'm cocky. I can't help it, man.
I mean, he's fun and charismatic.
I was born in Beirut, 1977. I lived there 10 years. There was civil war, and there was a lot of bad stuff happening there. We tried to move 5 times to Sweden. The 5th time they let us in. And that's lucky for Sweden, because I've given Sweden a lot, you know. My 3rd movie, Zozo, it's basically about my life when I came to Sweden when I was young. I've done 5 feature movies, and now I've done 3 games. And it's way hard to make a game. It's almost like the audience has
He's done 3 games? I thought he only did 2. A Way Out and Brothers. I did play A Way Out.
Video games, there's so
it was
much to be explored
okay.
from a storytelling perspective because of the interactivity. There are some studios out there that are making games that have good stories, but they pretty much have one mechanic they reuse all the time. The designers and the story writers are kind of doing 2 different games.
I mean,
That's
not
why
really.
I founded Hazelight, to keep pushing the boundaries of what is possible in games. That's what game number 3 from Hazelight is all about. And action. The new game, It Takes Two, is a co-op action-adventure platformer that will blow your f***ing mind away. The
I
story
doubt that,
starts out
but
with a
we'll
small
see.
family. Cody, May, that's the parents, and then Rose, the little daughter. So Cody and May are about to separate. Rose doesn't want them to divorce, so she creates 2 dolls out of wood and clay, and these dolls magically come alive, and you actually controls both Cody and May. And you could say you're almost controlling their emotions. You're almost playing
That
their
sounds
emotions.
like a revamped of Sea of Solitude, because that was one of the integral plots in that game.
So again, marrying the
main
story
character's
and the
parents are getting divorced, her brother's in a deep suicidal depression, and her boyfriend also broke up with her because he couldn't handle his depression.
Doesn't really have an ending. It has an ending, but that ending is that the roller coaster crashes and you fly into the sky and get up into space, and when you're in space, you're like, what the f am I doing up here? And then maybe you get back to Earth again. That's the best way to describe It Takes Two, actually.
Okay. I mean, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Wow, that was the best way to describe it. All right, Joseph,
How is that
we love
the best
you so
way?
much. Thank you. Keep it up over there. The Oscars.
I see the L.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep this originals train rolling, and let's stay in Sweden. Of course, I'm a fan of both their delicious red gummy fish and their video games.
And their
so,
chocolate.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Klaus and Olav from Zoink Games.
Thanks, Greg. Welcome to Gothenburg and, well, my home. Unfortunately, I didn't bring you any Swedish fish, but we do have some exciting news for you about our latest game. At Zoink, we've always been driven by love of rich visual storytelling and creating strange worlds that people can escape to. The weirder, the better. And I think my friend
Looks like a
Ola
combination
would agree.
of Little Nightmares and a Tim
absolutely.
Burton
And
movie.
for our next game, though, we
All those
wanted to try
figurines.
something a little darker, something out of a gothic fairy tale. What started with
So
a
like
mood
Corpse
and
Bride?
some paintings grew into this eerie, strange
Or
world
Box
that feels like
Trolls.
something out of a beautiful, twisted dream. And that's the world of Random.
Lost and Random is the story of Even, a little girl with a big heart and an even bigger temper. After a horrible event that changes her life, she embarks on a dangerous journey through the world of Random. But fortunately, she's not alone. Just like I have Olav, Even also has a crazy little weird friend thing with her.
Along her journey, Even discovers Dicey, a playful, loyal, almost puppy-like dice companion that gives her the power to really change things in the kingdom of Random. Despite the name, in Even's world, randomness is feared, and a dark force controls every aspect of life, from where you live to how you act or what your favorite color is.
So it's more
a
like Little
coming-of-age
Nightmares.
story set against the backdrop of a mysterious world, but it holds a modern message that's really relevant to our world right now.
I think we can all relate to the desire to try and control the chaos around us. With Dicey's help, though, Even learns the power in doing just the opposite. Embrace the randomness, accept the uncertainties in life, and you'll be surprised how far it takes you.
Imagine if you could change the course of life with a roll of a dice. What would you do? Play it safe or trust in yourself and take a chance?
Well, I mean, a
can't wait
dice
for you
roll
to
is
play and
completely
find out.
random, so
We're still a long way.
you won't have any control.
We hope you will join Even and Dicey on their journey next year. Until then, please
Well, it's
enjoy
coming out
this
next year.
first look at Lost and Random.
Welcome to Random.
Definitely reminds me of like Box Trolls more now.
The world of Random bends with the roll of one dice. A dice that has ruled this kingdom for generations, transforming the fates of people just like you.
I do like the visual presentation. I like this
If
style.
I told you, there is another dice with the power to change everything. Now, my friend, it's your turn to roll, to play the odds, and break the curse of Random.
Well, well. You can't have the sweet without the sour.
And this looks so charming, but also dark.
No, Dicey. They should be scared of us. Right?
Okay, I'm interested in this. This is so far the best game of this presentation.
Really cool. That's a look at Lost in Random in, man, embracing randomness. I feel like I live that every day in my life. Ah!
We
You know I
do.
was
It's
gonna
called
that? You
loot
didn't know
boxes.
that? Dicey's my spirit animal. The game's out next year. But for something that's blasting off a
But
whole
it's not
lot
an
sooner,
animal, it's a
Take
dice.
it away, Kevin Franklin.
At Final Strike Games, our team of experienced industry veterans have worked on incredible multiplayer franchises. We are passionately focused on making great multiplayer games. That's why I am incredibly excited to announce that we have partnered with the talented team at EA to release our first ever title, Rocket Arena. As you'll see, we stay loyal to the name of the game. It's a rockets-only shooter that allows players to get into the action quickly and stay in the fight. We wanted Rocket Arena to be an awesome, competitive experience to play with friends. I think you're gonna love what we've got in store for you. Here is the all-new trailer of Rocket Arena. Enjoy.
So what is it, like Bleeding Edge? Let's see.
Rockets away!
Colorful characters, different, I'm gonna assume these are classes. Wacky, colorful designs.
Have you ever wondered why life is so good on Crater?
You literally just got shot off a level. How's that so great?
Quality public transportation. And exotic destinations. Another victory! The people are courteous and friendly.
Jolly good for me.
And always happy to help their fellow citizens. Are you leaving already? But the real reason life is so good? We've got rockets.
And you can kill each other. So yeah, it's a hero-based tactical shooter. I mean, it looks cool, but how are you going to convince people who already play like Team Fortress or Overwatch to move over to this game?
Talk about razzle dazzle.
I mean, there's Overwatch, Team Fortress, Paladins, Bleeding Edge. There's so many games like this.
I got speed to spare. I'm here to rock it.
I'm having a blast! Full speed ahead!
Yeah, you never know. It might be great.
So as you just saw, rockets are obviously awesome to blast all over the place. But in order to come out on top, there's a lot to master. You'll have a range of rocket-powered abilities to blast opponents out of the arena, and an arsenal of evasive moves. Rocket jump, rocket climb, and dodge to avoid getting knocked out yourself. Don't worry though, you're never out of the action for long. Even when you're out, you'll fly right back into the fray. You'll also be able to really customize your own unique look and playstyle. Each of the 10 heroes available at launch have their own rocket-powered abilities. And as you play, you'll discover items that allow you to further refine each of your heroes' playstyles. Plus, every character has 100 levels of progression that unlock new cosmetics and rewards. All that and much more when Rocket Arena arrives on July 14th.
Wow, that's really soon.
And there's plenty more content to come in our first season, which begins just 2 weeks after launch on July 28th, and brings with it a blast pass and a ton of free content, including new maps.
So they're going the
in-game
battle
events,
pass route.
and a new playable
You
character.
pay for each battle pass, and they
Rocket
continue
Arena
support.
is a game meant to be played with friends, regardless of platform. That's why we're thrilled to announce cross-play support right
Nice
from
job.
the start. So grab your friends, regardless of their platform, and get ready to blast off with Rocket Arena on July 14th on PlayStation, Xbox, Origin, and Steam. And we'll be sharing more gameplay right after the show with the help of some great content creators. So check us out
So
on YouTube
is it-
at the link below.
Is it a free-to-play game
See you in
or
the
a
arena.
premium price game? I feel like that would
Wow,
suit
that looks
as
great.
a free-to-play
And
game.
Hopefully you've all been keeping track of the golden letters hidden throughout
Yeah,
the
I
show
see the Y.
and nearly cracked the code. Here's a hint. It's not Kanye. Keep an eye out for the last couple of letters, and then at the end of the show, we'll reveal where you need to go to enter the code and a chance to win some great games on Steam. Now, from the future of rocket warfare, we head to a different kind of battle. It's the real reason I didn't get any sleep last night, and if you thought you heard sleigh bells, that's because it might as well be Christmas in June. It's finally time to talk Star Wars Squadrons. Now, okay, I promise you, we are gonna get a first look at some brand new gameplay in just a moment. But first, for anyone who doesn't fully grasp why I'm so excited, earlier this week, EA and Lucasfilm dropped a trailer that literally gave me all the feels, chills, joy, excitement, and then more chills on top of that.
But this is
Take a
first
look.
gameplay, not more gameplay. They never showed gameplay in the last trailer. They even had that same disclaimer, game footage only. I mean, I'm still skeptical about this. Again, whenever an EA logo appears, you should always be skeptical. Like loot boxes, microtransactions, progression blockers, a lot of things you should be concerned about whenever you see the EA logo.
Makes history.
I'm surprised we haven't seen any sports titles yet. That's like their cream of their crop.
One squadron.
The galaxy.
This is just a repeat of the trailer.
Wow. The 8-year-old and all of us is celebrating and excited. The 37-year-old man on this couch is excited. Ladies and gentlemen, for the second year in a row, I have the honor and privilege of helping introduce a new Star Wars title. And here, to put the hype in hyperdrive, is none other than Motive's creative director, Ian Frazier. Hello, Ian.
Hey, Greg, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing good. Happy to actually get to show this to people.
I bet. Now, in my copious notes I have on you, I'm told you are quite the Star Wars fan and have been a long time. How long have you liked Star Wars?
I've been a Star Wars fan for pretty much my whole life. I don't even remember the first time I saw the movies. And as a kid,
and of course they have all those Star Wars stuff all in the background.
The idea of climbing into an X-wing or a TIE fighter.
Along,
so, you know, I
is that Disney stuff on the lower lower left-hand corner?
About them.
I don't know.
Meticulously draw the insides of the cockpits and stuff. And actually, I dug up some of those drawings from my parents' attic over the holidays.
We're showing them right now to the world. This strikes me as above and beyond the normal level of Star Wars fandom.
I think at Motive, you'll find that quite a few people have that level of Star Wars fandom. When we started this project, I talked to a lot of people as they joined the team, and a lot of them had similar kinds of stories of things they'd done as kids. One of them even built a functional cockpit in his garage.
Wow.
Okay.
that's fandom on another level.
This is all great.
How do you guys go from
what does this have to do with the
game or building a cockpit in your garage to actually making this game?
Well, I think that fandom, just love of Star Wars, has provided a really good foundation for us. But on top of that, of course, the team at Motive got a lot of experience working with Star Wars when they worked on Battlefront 2. And when Battlefront 2 wrapped up, there was a really small group of us that were really into particularly the
Star Wars Battlefront 2 being infamous for the loot box and pay-to-win microtransactions until Disney forced them to pull it.
So we did kind of a grassroots.
I mean, the game is better now, but then people were extremely aggravated that they pulled support for the game because it was starting to turn around, and it's a superior game now, but now they cut off support for that and Battlefield 5.
How do you honor that but make something brand new?
It's been interesting. You know, we're trying to kind of pull from that spiritual heritage of many different games in that time period. At the same time, we want to do something that feels fresh and new for fans today. And so what we've tried to look at is sort of the spiritual core of what I think are the best of the Star Wars flight games of the past. And what they did that I love is that they made that part of the universe real. The level of depth and detail that they show in the ships, the way that you control them, is something that I remember fondly from my childhood, and is something that we're trying to do very much with Squadrons. You know, in real life, being a pilot is hard. It takes skill. And that's something that you'll see throughout the game. You know, as you start off playing, it's pretty straightforward, fly around, shoot your lasers. But as you get deeper into it, you start learning how to divert energy from your lasers to your engines, how to shift your shields from the front to the back to cover your butt in a dogfight. Or at the higher levels of skill, you can do really crazy stuff. Like you can boost your engines, fly ahead, cut them off, whip around 180 and shoot a missile off your own tail while drifting backwards. Like real ace pilot stuff. And that's really where we have a lot of fun with the game.
I want to do that. I want to learn how to do that.
That does
I
all
understand
sound
the nuts and bolts of
promising.
How to play it? Is
but
there a single-player story?
Can we
Is there a
see
multiplayer mode? What are we
gameplay now?
getting into?
It's actually some of both. So the game starts with a brand new single-player story, takes place a little bit after Return of the Jedi, and it has kind of a unique dual perspective approach to it. So when the game starts, you're going to create two pilots. You create a New Republic pilot and an Imperial pilot, and you're going to alternate between their perspectives, mission to mission, over the course of the story.
That's not unique.
You're going to meet a diverse cast of characters along the way. And
Other
also a
games
few
have done
familiar
that.
faces. Now,
Halo 2 did that when players played
with
with the Master Chief and saw the story from also the Arbiter. Also did it in Breath of Fire 4 with Capcom, where you took the perspective of Ryu and the perspective of Paul Lu, seeing different perspectives of the same narrative.
We fully support crossplay.
All right, cross-player support.
Xbox One, PC. You could be
He's
playing
basically
on a traditional
reiterating
display
stuff we've
or in
already
VR,
known
which,
for a
fun
couple
fact,
of weeks
the
now.
entire game supports VR from beginning to end. It's pretty cool. But regardless of how
Oh,
you're
full
playing,
VR
which
support,
platform,
cool.
they can all play together. Just hook up with your friend, connect, have an awesome space battle.
You just Death Starred my mind, man. Like, I don't... That's awesome. That is... the big question, when can people actually play it?
Not too long, actually. Star Wars Squadrons is coming out on October 2nd.
Okay. Okay, not too long at all. I was worried about you. I thought you were going to leave me on a teaser there. You didn't. You actually delivered. I appreciate that. The next big ask I have on behalf of everybody watching, I'm sure, who came here for one specific reason, can we see some new gameplay of it? Can we see any gameplay of it?
Yeah, exactly. It's not new gameplay. It's first gameplay.
On behalf of everyone at Motive and the team at Lucasfilm, I am very happy to show you the world's first look at gameplay of Star Wars Squadrons. Enjoy.
Represents game in development.
The second Death Star is gone, but the Imperial fleet is still a threat. Vanguard Squadron, let's make history.
This is it, Titan Squadron. Everything we've done has led to this. Finish those Vanguard scum!
This is Star Wars Squadrons. Earn your wings in a single-player story spanning two factions.
All stations! Fire on that ship!
And master multiplayer battles as a squadron of 5. With the option to play the entire game in VR. This is the definitive Star Wars pilot experience.
Come on, come on!
You'll begin your career in a single-player story,
Welcome to Titan Squadron.
where you'll play as two combat pilots, flying for both the Empire and the New Republic. You'll experience this world through your cockpit. The instrumentation in front of you provides critical feedback about power management, targeting, and
Wow, that's a
shields.
lot.
With a squadron
So you
of
can't play in
diverse
third person.
characters
You
at
have to
your
be
side,
in first
prove
person.
your skills on
It kind of reminds me of
challenging
Star Fox 64 if you played that. The first person view. That was disorienting.
Welcome to the Nadiri dockyard.
One of my spies has linked the attacks with the New Republic Starhawk project.
The story of the two pilots you play
Stick together.
will shape the balance of power in the galaxy.
Get ready!
Let him have it.
To take the fight online, you'll need flight time with all 8 ships. Fighters are the most flexible and versatile, able to handle any situation. Interceptors are fast and highly maneuverable.
Let's get him.
Ideal for hunting down your opponent's starfighters.
That was kind of fun!
Support ships can keep allies safe and stocked up, as well as disrupting enemy fighters.
Light him up!
So you have to stock your allies with
Bombers are
more
the
ammo.
heavy hitters, able to deal devastating damage to enemy flagships and starfighters.
But if you've got a preferred component and need something customized, I'll take care of it.
Unlock everything you need to customize your pilot and starfighters simply by playing the game. From cosmetics to an arsenal of over 50 components that alter how your ships fly, fight, and survive.
They're on you!
I'll deal with it.
You can dramatically change your loadout.
Oh, that is an
depending on
impressive
your
move.
squadron's strategy.
Finally got him.
This will be critical in Star Wars Squadron's multiplayer modes. First up, Dogfights. This is an all-out 5v5 battle.
That hard 5, that was the best!
Fine-tune your loadouts to work as a team.
Moving in on the enemy.
Utilize components like tractor beams, turrets, and mines to slow down your opponents or set up your squad mates for the kill.
Rebels unmarked.
For teams looking for an even greater challenge, it's time to prove yourself in Star Wars Squadron's signature mode, Fleet Battles. Fleet Battles are multi-stage conflicts.
So it's like DICE's Rush mode, Battlefield's Rush mode.
To compete against other players or AI as a squadron of 5.
Don't worry, I got him for you.
Meet your team in the social hub to solidify strategy, coordinate loadouts, and prepare for takeoff. First, push the front line by winning the dogfight in the center of the map. Next, attack or defend 2 medium-sized capital ships.
We've lost our capital ships.
And finally, the ultimate goal. Target and destroy the subsystems of your opponent's massive flagship and take it down.
Shields are disabled.
At each phase, your squadron either pushes the line forward or falls back to defend.
Keep our flagships safe.
It's your squadron's choice of how to play.
I'm hit!
Speedy, unrelenting assaults.
Stay together, strike quickly.
Stealth and subversion.
Jamming the enemy. Sensors can't spot you.
Or brutal bombardment.
That ship is vulnerable. Take your shot.
We need to hurry.
I really like the interface. It looks super cool.
A unified squadron is the key to victory.
Making my attack run now.
Let's make this count.
This is Star Wars Squadrons. Join the galaxy's finest and make your mark.
You are the hope of this galaxy.
I mean, it looks promising, but everyone said that about the first 2 Star Wars Battlefront games, so, you know, have to wait and see until the game goes public. Of course, the sport titles.
Everyone? It's your boy Lamar Jackson. I'm excited to be a part of the EA Sports family and to be you guys' new man cover athlete. I can't wait to show you guys what we have in store for you this season. This is EA Sports, next level.
Are they going to create a brand new Madden game, or are they just going to recycle last year's and then put a new title on the package?
You feel that burst of speed?
It's like I'm lightning.
And yeah, the sports title is their biggest moneymaker, where people purchase like a hoard amount of microtransactions in order to get the special cards.
The one true love makes me feel like somebody. I never thought I could rise to another way.
It's just me and the kid.
Realistic sweating.
My heart is like...
I feel so bad for sports fans. I really do. They deserve better. I say that all the time. They do deserve better. You have to buy the base package every year. Then you have to buy a massive amount of microtransactions in order to keep up. And if you don't do all that, you're done.
I can't live without that feeling.
It's in my bones. I feel football in my heart. Feel it in my hands. Taste it. See the unknown.
Face my fears.
You live to fight again.
I want the real thing. I want that sweat.
Wait, what does the meteor have to do with anything? Was that a meteor? Is Sephiroth part of this game?
I want to live in the floodlights.
Why is there a post-apocalyptic world? That looks like the universe of Rage. Like, what the hell is going on here? Game in development, game engine footage only.
Now, that's a lot to look forward to, but there's more. Here to tell us about the future of gaming is EA's Chief Studio Officer, Laura Miele.
Thanks, Greg, and thanks, Lamar. Welcome to the EA Sports family.
There are great things to come from EA Sports for all of you, and that's just the beginning. As you've seen throughout the show today, our electronic artists are working hard to bring you more of the games that you want to play. Games like Star Wars Squadrons, Apex Legends, and Command & Conquer. These games all exist because of you. Your voices are heard, and we are acting on your feedback. Now, we've talked a lot about all the exciting games you'll be playing this year, but our studios are working even further out, creating new experiences, new stories, new gameplay, all enabled by new console technology.
Where's Dead Space
and
4?
We're so excited about what's to come, we don't want to wait until next June to share what the teams are working on.
There better be Dead Space 4 in there. Oh,
Generation
cool.
shifts are an
Buildings
opportunity
crumbling.
to push beyond the boundaries of gaming as we know it today. And this time is no different. Our studios are taking their crazy ambitious ideas and making them real. Criterion is known for how their games feel. From superior physics to nuanced details of gameplay, this team hand curates the moment-to-moment experience.
Wow,
And
that
with the
looks
new consoles
super
this year,
real.
There will be a seamless immersion which will get you into the race in a matter of seconds. BioWare imagines and creates worlds where you become the hero of your own story. And we're using this next generation of technology to make those fantasy worlds your reality.
What is this? Is this a new
For
Dragon
every
Age?
console generation,
Was that a new
sets
Dragon
the
Age?
bar for excellence in audio and visual presentation. We are creating epic battles at a scale and fidelity unlike anything you've experienced before. At Motive, we are working on a highly ambitious and innovative new game that puts the power and creativity in your hands.
What is
And
that?
it's an experience that would have been impossible without next-gen technology. This is just the beginning of the things we are working on, and there is so much more to come. The future of EA Studios is not just about new technology. It's about you, your voices, your ideas. We want to be where you come to play. We want to make games for everyone.
And stop putting loot
So
boxes.
please keep giving us your feedback, and let's build the future together. On behalf of all of our studios, thank you for joining us today.
Wait, that's it?
But before we sign off,
Okay.
there's just one more game we would love to share.
Dead Space 4.
Cousin Darren, over to you.
Thank you. So the moment is here. We finally get to say,
We're back! We're doing it! Skate's happening. We're rolling. We've secretly got together. It's the beginning. The skate evolution continues.
we've been waiting years, honestly, to make the right game at the right time with the right idea, and really, really pleased to say that we're here. It is really early, but
to compete with Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Wake 'em up.
Dude, harsh. Still, we've got a long way to go, but we're stoked, and this is just the beginning.
And seriously, we really can't wait to bring you guys in and have you be a part of it with us.
We want to thank you for your passion, your patience, and all the support that you've shown, us to get to this point.
Oh, the comments.
It's amazing. We cannot believe you commented this into existence. Amazing. Skate changed my life. Thank you so much. Skate forever.
I'm glad the skate fans are getting something.
Guys, we did
Good
it.
for
We
them.
brought back skate. Thank you to EA.
Good for them. Now
Thank
bring
you
back
to
Dead
Gus.
Space.
Thank you to Darren.
Finish Dead
Thank you to you.
Space.
Thank you to me. I can't believe that I'm so happy and my heart rate. Is this what exercise feels like? Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm glad. I'm happy for the
believe it.
skate
Before
fans,
we
but the
go,
Dead Space
because
fans
I
like
love
me
you
are
guys,
just
here are
left
the
out in the
last
wind.
letters of the secret code.
Live.
If you think you've got the complete code, go to player.gg/EA.
So that was the presentation. A lot of advertisements to buy your games on Steam, and a lot of promises.
Official rules and everything else over at player.gg/EA. Now, this has been an amazing experience, an amazing opportunity for all of us all over the world to come together and celebrate gaming. Thank you for being part of EA Play. Until next time, I'll see you online, and it's been my pleasure to serve you.
Man, this is disappointing. That was it? I mean, between this and last year's EA Play, this is better. I mean, if everyone who watched remembers the last EA Play, remember how they how they poorly marketed Jedi Fallen Order? Like, it was so bad, and then when the game came out, a lot of people were like, this is not what you guys showed at your EA Play conference. It was better, but a lot of people were like, what the hell? But this It's like just a series of advertisements to buy our games on Steam. I mean, the smaller titles like Rocket Arena were really good because, you know, those studios show that they have a lot of passion for those projects. We have a new update coming for Apex Legends. Of course, the next Sports Madden title, which will just microtransaction people into hell. And whatever. This is disappointing. I am glad that Skate fans are getting something. Good for them. They've been asking for a new Skate game for a while. But I'm almost certain that EA just put that through in order to compete with Tony Hawk Pro Skater, the remastered game that's coming out. But either way, nope, disliked. Star Wars Squadrons, I'm still on the fence about because EA has burned us multiple times with multiple Star Wars games. Jedi Fallen Order was the example, but that was done by Respawn, and Respawn has been shown that they are given a lot more kind of special treatment when it comes to EA properties. They're given a little more freedom, but yeah, I'm still on the edge when it comes to Star Wars Squadrons, but nothing here was interesting to me. I was hoping, like, I know my hope for a Dead Space 4 was extremely low, but I was kind of hoping maybe even release a remastered collection. But I think they're going to wait to do that. They're going to slowly bring their games to Switch with Dead Space and all the older properties that they kind of just let to rot. But you know, they even didn't announce the Mass Effect trilogy that was rumored to come out for new consoles. So I'm certain that's going to come out later. Like, they're just going to re-release all the Mass Effect games on new consoles. But overall, disappointing presentation. Nothing really that exciting about it. Whatever. I mean, at least Sony's presentation was great, and I had The Last of Us to look forward to play it later. A lot of people are already playing it now, but I have to wait until 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to play it. So for everyone who joined me, tell me what you thought about the EA conference. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you feel indifferent? Do you agree with my opinions? Do you disagree? I like to hear everyone's opinions on these matters. Till next time, everyone, stay awesome.